Do you ever get the feeling like you're doing everything right? Like you're taking all the steps you need to, you're doing the things you need to, but something just feels off. So what is your higher self trying to tell you? So today we'll be getting into 5 signs that show you that you're out of line with your higher self. And before we even get into that, why would we want to be aligned with our higher self? Why do we want that? What even is the higher self? So I'll link a video below talking about what it means to live in alignment and why we would want to do that. But just to give a really quick recap, our highest self is just simply our truest self. It's the self that is aligned to our core values, to our truth that comes from our core, from the most inner part of your being. It doesn't come from external influences or your culture or your society, but rather from you and your truth. And when you live in alignment with this, life is just a little bit easier and more enjoyable. So it's easier because you can make decisions easier. You don't second guess yourself and you trust yourself. And it's more enjoyable because you're doing things on your terms. You're living life truly as you want to. And of course, there's things in life that we have to do that we don't always want to do and things like that. But for the majority of the time, you're living life according to your values, according to your truth. So that just makes it a little bit more fulfilling, a little bit more joyful. So before we get started, for those of you who are new here, I'm Gabrielle. I'm the founder of Maya Conscious Living, and I am your friendly mindfulness coach. I started Maya Conscious Living because I wanted to create a space to share the information that I have been discovering on my own journey that has taken me from quitting my corporate job in fashion and my dream life in Europe, all the way around the world as a nomad, and to the Eastern Hemisphere where I have studied ancient mindfulness practices and wisdoms. And now I'm sharing that with all of you in hopes that it helps you find your way back to your authentic truth. So if that resonates with you, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I share a lot on mindfulness and meditation. And yeah, if you're looking to connect with your authentic self, your inner truth, become the muse in your life, then yeah, hit subscribe. So let's dive right into it. First sign that you're living out of alignment with your highest self, your truest self, it's that you're just going through the motions. You know, when you're just waking up and literally checking things off of your to-do list, and life is just kind of feeling a little bit mundane, a little bit, just something you have to do rather than something you want to do. And of course, like I said before, there's always moments in our life where this happens. There's always moments where we just go through the motions and life feels a little, But if that is the majority of your life, then this could be a sign that you're not in alignment, because this is a big sign that you're not working towards something bigger, some bigger purpose in your life, even if your purpose is something as simple as waking up and feeling joyful and grateful to be alive. It doesn't have to be a huge purpose like world peace or whatever, but it just shows that there's nothing really guiding you or pushing you in your life because you're just simply going through the motions, and there's nothing sparking this enjoyment or this curiosity anymore. So that's a big sign that you are out of alignment. The second sign that could be telling you that you're out of alignment with your higher self is that you're second guessing yourself constantly, because this means that you don't trust yourself. And in today's world, we have so many decisions to make. We have more choice now than we've ever had, ever in the history of the world. From everything from what do you want to do? I mean, really think about it. Back in the day, you mostly became whatever your family was. Your choices were very limited, and it wasn't until recent times that we've been able to really decide and become anything that we want to, because we have information and access to education like never before. So being able to do anything also means that you have an abundance of choices. And when you aren't aligned with your higher self, then these choices stay open and everything seems like a viable option. But when you're aligned with your true self, it narrows the playing field of what choices you would even consider. So this helps you trust yourself when you make a decision, because you know that as long as it's aligned to your truth, it can't lead you astray. It can only lead you closer to where you want to be. So it brings this deep sense of inner trust and takes away this second guessing nature that we have when we have so many decisions to make, and this decision fatigue that comes over us. So being aligned means that we have this inner compass, and we know which direction to go. So if you don't have that, if you are second guessing yourself constantly, that's a big sign that you are out of alignment with your truest self. The next one is that you feel stuck. And this is it's almost like you feel like there's something blocking you. Like maybe you even know exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to go, but you just feel stuck, and there's something that's not letting you move forward. Now, a lot of times this happens because we have so many choices in life and we're being pulled in so many different directions that we're actually not moving at all, because we go a little bit this way and we take steps and we do the planning for something, and then you get pulled in another direction and you do a little bit more, and that brings this stuck feeling because you're being pulled in all directions, but you're not actually moving forward. You're doing the work, you're showing up, and you're doing things. It's not that you're lazy or that you're unmotivated. It's that your energy is scattered. Your energy is all over the place because you don't have something to align to. So if we're not aligning to anything in our life, if we're not aligning to our highest self, our energy is all over the place. But as soon as you have something to align to, everything comes like a magnet to that path. And so you're able to move up, to scale this path and to go through it, rather than taking one step in one direction, another step in another direction, and then actually never going past like 1 square foot around you. So if you're feeling stuck, but you're still taking steps and you're still doing things and you're feeling motivated, but you're just not getting anywhere, really consider if you're doing things that are aligned to your highest self, or if you are scattering your energy in a lot of different places rather than focusing on moving forward on your path. Number 4 is that you feel like you just don't know what you want anymore. And this one's a big one because it happens sometimes where we start to question everything in our lives and we're like, I don't even know if I want this. Like, whose life am I living? What is going on? How did my life get to this point? I don't even know if it wasn't this, what I would want. And this shows that you are very disconnected from your higher self, that you have gone maybe down a different path for a long time, following, what society or your friends or whatever, any external influences have been guiding you, and you've been disconnecting from yourself and your truth so much that you've gotten to a place where you now woke up and you're like, whoa, I don't know how I got here, but I also don't know how to get home. I don't know what it is that I even want. And when you don't have this clarity and this insight about what you personally want in life, then that's a big sign that you're disconnected from your core values, from your higher self, all of it. So if that's something you're experiencing, don't worry. We'll talk about at the end how to come into alignment. So yeah, don't worry. And then number 5, this one is super important, and that is that your body has been warning you. So our body often knows long before our conscious mind can figure it out that something isn't right and that we're not living in our truth. If you feel exhausted all the time, or your nervous system is always on edge and easily triggered, you're easily getting anxious, easily getting depressed, you're not regulated, that's a big sign too. Or if you're just feeling like restless in general, like your body is feeling like tense and you just feel jittery and you don't know what to do, and you're storing like a lot of tension in your body, and you feel, like your shoulders are coming up towards your ears and you're just holding on to tension. This is your body telling you something is off. Something is not right. Our body really keeps the score. And when you're living not in alignment with your truth, your body takes the toll. Your body knows how you are truly feeling deep down, and you can't hide the truth from it. And so it's really showing you and telling you, hey, something's off here. So it's important to tune in and listen to our bodies and what they're trying to tell us. So those are 5 signs that you're not living in alignment with your truth, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. And I just want to say that you don't have to, it doesn't have to be all 5 signs. Even if you have one, this is something to look at, because life is too short not to live your truth. So, and if you discovered that one of these is true for you, don't worry. The thing that you need to know is that in order to align your life to your highest self, your higher truth, whatever you want to call it, you need to first know what you're aligning to. So you need to know what your truth is. And how do we find our truth? How do we find what is our higher self? What is our highest truth? What is it? And how do we then start aligning to it? Well, your highest truth will always be driven by your values. And when I say your values, I mean your true core values that come from inside of you. They do not come from outside of you. They're uniquely yours. Something that you place importance on in your life. So discovering what your core values are will become such a compass, such a light onto your higher self, because it's showing you what's important in your life and what you truly value. And so how do we find our core values? Well, there's lots of ways to find your core values and to start aligning to them. But the most important thing is to start questioning, start looking inward, start sitting with yourself, and really start getting to know what you find important in your life. And one of the ways that you can start to do this is look at your decision making and, start to get curious about why you make the decisions that you make. What is the driving force behind that? And is it coming from something inside of you, or is it coming from an external push, let's say? And really just start to notice any patterns that emerge. And you can also look at how you spend your free time. When you have time that you choose what to do with it, how are you spending your time and what's driving the motivation underneath that? So really getting curious about yourself, sitting with it, looking inward and asking yourself, why do I do this? And seeing if it's coming from your truth or not. And yeah, there's many ways to discover your core values. So in a future video, I'll be going more in depth into a practice on how to discover your core values. And so if you want to catch that video when it comes out, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. And I plan on recording it this week or next week, so it won't be too long, so don't worry about that. But if this is something where you feel like you're ready to take the plunge and you're ready to live in alignment with your truth and your highest self, and you don't want to wait anymore and you're ready to really live fully, then I would love to invite you to take my course on living in alignment. In this course, we go through many different practices on how to uncover your core values and then really looking at them to make sure that they're yours and that they're not values that you have been conditioned or, have taken on throughout your life from external factors. And then we go into actually how to align your life to these values, how to make little changes so that you can actually live according to your core values and live your life fully to your truth. So if that's something you're interested in, there is a link below. So that's everything for today. And if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.